finishing drills, but we'll see what eventuates.
Yeah, thanks, Gaz. I think, as you said, it's going to be a very close game. Just 1 point separates both sides at the moment. Western Workers still in the top 5. They've won 3 of their opening 8 matches as well. Have Charlestown City Blues. They sit in 7th spot, again, just a point below Weston. So if Charlestown can get 3 points here at home, they'll move up over Weston, but there's a very tight pack there in the middle of the table. It's going to be a very evenly fought contest here at Lyle Carr Oval. Let's just run quickly through the starting lineups today. For Charlestown, you've got Goldman in goals. Up front again, you've got Kane Goodchild and Scott Smith up there, which will be an exciting partnership today. Cameron Cellini, Matt Tull. You've got Josh Maguire in there, Troy Hearfield, Jared Ross, Daniel Bird, Jared Dickinson and Damien Cox as well there for the home side. For Weston, they've just made the one change from last week, which was our Bar TV match of the round. Michael Ryan comes in from McKellar, who picked up an injury in that game. So Western line up as usual with Pratt in goals. Along the back line again. Well, this is, again, if there hasn't been any changes made, which there could be the slight positional change, you'll have Thornton and Oakley in the middle, with Robbie Turnbull back there as well, and Liam Thornton on the left. You've got Nathan Morris and Connor Evans in the midfield again. Jamie Subat more than likely will play up front on the left, out wide. Michael Ryan on the right. And Jason Cowburn as the lone striker up there. So it's going to be a great game. It's good to see up front for Charlestown. You've got Goodchild next to Smith, who always provide some entertainment up front. And again, Weston close to full strength as well. So I think, as you said, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out, but I think it's going to be crucial in the final third for both sides and to see who takes their chances today, Gaz.
Yeah, 100% right, Foxy. Smith and Goodchild, when they play together, often Charlestown get a result. So both on the park today, so expect plenty of firepower from there. I was also interested in seeing where Troy Hearfield's going to play, one of their big off-season buys, and looks like Troy's playing wide on the right. He's been playing a bit in a defensive role in the earlier part of the season, but obviously, with his attacking prowess up there as well, it could be a few goals scored by them today. I'm sure they're hoping for that anyway. So, and Weston, yeah, looks like slight positional change with Morris playing in central defence and Robbie Turnbull's moved into a midfield role. So just slight change from last week.
You've got Oakley there on the right fullback position as well. So yeah, they do look a bit different, and I think again Hearfield looks to be playing wide on the right as well, which will be exciting to see. So plenty of interesting contests all around the park. Again, Evans, I think, stood out for Weston last week as he kicks the ball now back to McDermott. Off to Turnbull there, who looks to be playing that holding role. He's normally in the familiar position on either right fullback or right mid, but let's see how he goes in the middle today as Pratt sends it long. You've got Connor Evans up there. Back over to Turnbull, who does well. Now Charlestown City Blues through Hearfield, just looks to take his time. Plays it back out to the left. To Burr they go back through the defence. Cellini on the ball. Looks for Goodchild up front. Does well to chest it down. Now Charlestown on the attack. Oakley looks to get a foot in. Looks like that's a good ball. Well, it's a bit too long there. Looking for a ball at the back post, but promising signs there from the Charlestown side.
Good start by Charlestown early. Josh Maguire busy in the midfield, as he always is, and Troy Hearfield early in the game as well. So, but as we sort of alluded to, Foxy Kane Goodchild holds that ball up, and they get a result out of it by ball movement forward.
So now Scott Smith tries to out-muscle Morris on the ball, but it's pulled up for the foul. It's now Weston play it out through defence through Oakley. Back to Morris. It's not a bad ball up there. Looking for the combination of Subat and Ryan. Now it's Ryan on the edge of the 18-yard box. Time on the ball, cuts it back. Looks like Evans tries to put the ball in. Cut out now Charlestown on the attack, but Oakley there to intercept as Turnbull. Back through the middle again. Again, Weston in a very promising side with Ryan out wide. He's got the 9-9 out there. He's flicked it up. Goldman does well. Looks down at the turf in his boot to say, I probably didn't mean that, but both sides getting early crossing opportunities. Charlestown come long, looking for a long ball to Smith. That'll go over the dead ball.
Yeah, promising signs by both sides in attacking there. Just their last minute crosses let them down on both counts. So, yeah, good early signs from both sides.
Yeah, both sides very mobile early on, knocking the ball around well and getting it into the right positions, which is good to see just in the opening minutes. As Charlestown do well to dispossess Weston. But it's Weston who get the throw in. The home side arguing there was a deflection there, but it'll be Thornton to take the throw in. Maguire in the middle, he's been active there, links up with good trial. Just couldn't quite connect there with Smith as Evans on the ball. Great challenge there from Tal. Maguire almost looked to shape up. Now good trial, let's see what he'll do here. Flicks it off to Smith. Typical Charlestown that like to play in and out on the edge of the 18-yard box, but just didn't quite get it right there. But again, a very, very exciting combination with Goodchild, Smith, Herefield. They're one of the best teams for playing triangles on the edge of the box. There's now Weston down the left-hand side with Subat. Marks by Ross, plays it back to McDermott. Just taking their time here. Back to Thornton who comes up from left back. Back to Subat. This is great work from Weston. McDermott on the edge of the box, crosses it in.
Well done, Andrew.
Just at the front post. Calburn couldn't quite get on the end of it.
End-to-end stuff at the moment, Foxy. So, but Andrew Goldman up to the task there, the veteran goalkeeper.
I think last year these sides played out a 2-2 draw, and I think Charlestown won the second. Could have been 4 goals to 2. So there's been plenty of goals in past games, and this one, again, if they continue to play the way they are, it looks like it could be the same. Got Turnbull now, plays it out to Ryan. Goes back to Oakley. This is a very positive start from Western Workers.
Great kick there.
Connor Evans there just pushed in the back by Matt Tull. None other than Morris to step up, plays it out wide to Ryan. Cuts it, brings it onto his left. Turnbull does well, but again Smith uses his body well out to Herefield on the right. Again, just takes his time. Smith on the ball with space out to Maguire, looks for the diagonal run up front, gets it through. Oh, fantastic challenge. Carl Thornton again back there to save the day with Daniel Bird getting in behind the defence.
Yeah, great run through, great ball, and well defended by Carl Thornton, as always.
Yeah, fantastic challenge. Charlestown certainly have the ability to create an opportunity out of nothing, and in a matter of seconds, that was an example of it there. So they've got the ball deep in their own half now with plenty of time on the ball. Plays it up to Smith again, but Oakley's there. Back to Morris, up to McDermott. Looked like Tull there, who was physical on the ball. Yeah, just a foul there.
Against McDermott.
McDermott just to push in the back there. So Charlestown will have the ball pretty much right on the halfway line there. The game's just 5 minutes long now as the long ball looking for Goodchild goes through to Pratt.
Charlestown's tactics pretty obvious early, trying to play in Goodchild and Smith, using their presence in the front third. Obviously, that's their strength.
Yeah, definitely. They've got a few options going forward. Even the long ball going to Goodchild as well works. He's a fantastic player to bring that ball down on his chest and then lay it off to the guys coming through. So Weston looked to be playing a bit more on the deck today after looking for Calburn early on. It seems to be working well, getting the ball out wide to Ryan on the right-hand side.
They're looking promising as well. Mick Ryan's had a great involvement early in the game, a couple of crosses. Work rate's high, be relishing a starting chance. I think Mick has predominantly started off the bench for most games this year, so be trying to impress the coach out there.
There's McDermott now on the ball on the right-hand side, cuts it into Calburn. Heavy challenge there from Maguire. Subat back to McDermott, looks to the flick over for Evans. The right idea there from Weston, again just looking to carve out an opportunity. But now it's Charlestown down the right-hand side. Herefield on the ball now. Looks to play the ball over the top for Jared Ross. It's a fantastic ball. Looks up. Just didn't quite get enough on the cross there.
Yeah, again, exciting stuff by Charlestown. Herefield and Ross combining well there, and a great overlapping run by Jared Ross.
And they're still in a dangerous position here on the right-hand side with Ross, who will take the throw in. Plays it into Tull. Just a nice 1-2 there. Herefield inside. Yeah, great defence there. Turnbull does well to get the ball. Plays it back to Subat. Looks for the long ball to Calburn. He's got Evans just behind him.
Yeah, free kick there.
Yeah,
Damien Cox coming in over the top.
McDermott. Again, Weston just take their time. Thornton plays it out to Morris. Looks for the run of Calburn. Fantastic run. Plays it out wide to Oakley. Great stuff from Weston. Looks for the ball into McDermott. But Goldman does well to anticipate that and just plucks it easy out of the sky there. Goldman just takes his time, now decides to send it long. Got sorry, Herefoot out there, and Thornton heads the ball away.
Robbie Turnbull in the midfield looking good today. Foxy, his work rate's quite high in there at the moment. And I think that Robbie was originally a midfielder many years ago, so probably relishing being back in the middle of the park as opposed to playing wide on the left.
Yeah, he's certainly an active player, and I think he's probably been put in there to, as we just see, Charlestown look to get in the edge of the area, but Thornton sends it long. Calburn's on the ball. That's a dangerous ball back. Smith in possession, cuts it across. It's a good shot, but none other than Carl Thornton.
Yeah, costly turnover there by Weston. Smith on the good child, and
yeah, an error there for Weston, but they'll have to defend their first corner of the game with Maguire, who will step over the ball. Again, both sides pretty solid from set pieces. Maguire sends the ball in. That's not a bad ball. Herefield up. Just heads it past the back post. Yeah, again, Charlestown are very attacking, coming in on the edge of the area, especially through the middle. And I'd say Turnbull's been put in the middle of the park just for his work rate, just to try and cut down the gaps there. Again, it's been a very promising start here at Lyle Carr Oval, just 10 minutes in. Still 0-0 for those just tuning into our Bar TV match of the rounds.
Yeah, free kick.
As Turnbull wins himself a free kick there. I think it was Matt Tull again with a heavy challenge. Morris chooses to go out wide to Oakley. Again, Weston just seemed content to knock the ball on the ground. Oakley up again. Yeah, Evans does well to beat Bird to the ball.
It'll be a free kick as well. Daniel Bird, just a couple of hands in the back of Brock Oakley.
Some interesting matchups there in the middle of the park. You've got Bird and Tull there, always active, along with Evans and Turnbull in the middle, so exciting matchups all across the park as Morris sends it long, looks for Subat, flicks it over the top. Right idea with Ryan and Calburn running through, but couldn't quite find the execution. Goldman looks to send it long. Good child coming up there with Liam Thornton there, heads it out with another Charlestown throw in on this right hand side.
Charlestown going long from the goal kick, so obviously trying to play in Kane Goodchild. It's happened a couple of times now.
Charlestown now win themselves another throw in. It'll be Ross again to take it from the right. Up to Herefield, can't quite control it. Evans on the ball now. Charlestown, time on the ball. Cox sends it up. Again, looks for the combination of Goodchild and Herefield. Couldn't quite connect as Salini now plays it out to his left. Good ball up to Smith. He's got two men mark. Cuts it inside. Fantastic ball. Looks like Tull on the ball. Good child! Left foot. A typical striker's goal there. Another goal for Goodchild. That takes the scoreline to the home side. Charlestown leading Weston 1-0 after 12 minutes. Goodchild doing what he does best there. A very good striker's goal. Poaching it there on the 6-yard box.
Yeah, very much so, Foxy. Matthew Tull, very prominent in that as well. Some good lead up, mistake by Weston, couldn't clear their lines, and as he's done countless times in the past, Kane Goodchild, jolly on the spot, puts the ball in the back of the net for the Blues to go to the lead.
That's it now is Charlestown with time back. It looked like Tull was going to line up for the shot, but Goodchild said, no, let me do what I do best. And he sent that one home. So again, Charlestown got the breakthrough early on. It's just 12 minutes in. As we said, plenty of goals between these sides in the past, and good to see a nice early goal here. As Charlestown look to play the ball out, Salini plays it out left inside to Smith. Morris tight there on him. But Smith allowed to turn out. Plays it up to Maguire. Goodchild now. It's on the fantastic play from Charlestown, a borderline position. Yeah,
Daniel Bird just offside. Great ball through though. Excellent play again by Charlestown. Looking to get him behind Weston.
I guess with the likes of Goodchild and Smith and even Herefield up there, you kind of Maguire as well. You forget about the likes of Bird and Tull, who Bird, the little silent assassin, I guess, gets him behind the defence. As Smith probably looking for Bird there as well, to be honest. But now Pratt plays the ball out as Weston will try and just control the ball, get themselves back in the game. They can't afford to make any more mistakes away from home. Now 1-0 down.
Like last week too, Foxy, Connor Evans, very busy getting back and helping out in defence and getting onto those balls. He's back there again now. So from a traditional number 10 role, he's getting very far back in defence.
As Subat now on the edge of the 18-yard box, cuts it in, 1-on-1. He's equalised. A fantastic finish from Jamie Subat, 14 minutes in. Just again, a moment ago, we were talking about Evans having the ball deep on his own fullback line. A few passes down the other end, and Subat equalises 1-1 here at Lyle Carr Oval. Fantastic finish.
Yeah, very composed finish by Jamie Subat there, Foxy. Equals it up.
It's taken the visitors just 2 minutes to respond here. Again, I think we said at the start of the game their finishing would be crucial in this game, and so far they've proved that with both chances they've created have gone in. Certainly the reply that the visitors wanted, that would give them a bit of confidence. But again, both sides look comfortable and confident on the ball, as now Charlestown played out from their own defence. Cox on the ball again, looking for Goodchild. Thornton, I think, will be the man to pay him close attention. I think
the way it's lining up is the four veterans, Smith, Goodchild, Morris and Thornton, marking each other. So it should be an interesting battle in Charlestown's attacking front third.
So Maguire sends the ball at the back post. Bird taps it inside, looking for Smith. Oakley and Turnbull do well to play it out wide to Ryan. Weston showing composure there in defence, but Ryan just couldn't quite get the final ball. Quick throwing from Charlestown with Bird. Plays it across the Herefield. Nice one-touch flick from Goodchild. Gets it back. He hit his first time. Looks to cut the ball across, and Turnbull again. I guess with Evans in the middle, both players with a very good work rate now. Weston get the ball to the halfway line through Liam Thornton. Couldn't quite get the ball in, and Charlestown win themselves a throw. Exciting stuff early on. Just 16 minutes in now. Scoreline 1-1 here in today's match of the round. Ross cuts it across, does well. Plays it all the way back to Salini.
Come on, Jared.
Salini again on the ball. It's a difficult ball there for Dickinson to control, and just hands over possession.
So what have you done, Michael?
Looks like Oakley over there for Weston, taking the throw in.
Can't hear you.
Flick on there. Cowburn there just didn't have the support he needed up there, and I think he was saying, where were you? But the two number 10s go shoulder to shoulder. Great to see. Maguire wins out, but McDermott on the ball again. Oh, it's all happening. Fantastic stuff.
Great little battle there between Maguire and McDermott.
It's good there. McDermott just gave him a bit of a tap and say, well done, mate. Plenty more to come there in the middle. There's Morris looking for Cowburn. Looked like Salini there, cut it out. Morris all the way back to Pratt. Carl Thornton cuts inside to Subat. Nice flick on to Cowburn, cuts it through. Michael Ryan, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But he blasts it high and wide. It was fantastic build-up from the visitors.
Yeah, initially Subat and then Cowburn. Nice little flick on to Mick Ryan. Probably not on his favoured foot on the left side. Put the shot over the bar.
Goldman did well to come out as well, make his presence known. But not the finish you want. But again, fantastic opportunity and good signs for Weston early on, but Herefield now on the right-hand side. Again, watched closely by Carl Thornton there. Flicked on again by Subat, looking for Cowburn.
There'll be a free kick there against Jason Cowburn.
Plenty of little fouls early on, but I guess it's to be expected in a pretty physical game between these two sides.
Yeah, Charlestown play a physical game and Weston in a similar vein, so not surprising there's free kicks here and there, so all part of the battle.
And both sides know what's at stake here as well, with just 1 point between them. With Weston still in the top 5, Charlestown just below them in 7th. As Cox there looks to got a bit of a neck injury there. When he went down, he'll come off the field of play, and
I think he'll be fine. He's just probably the way he fell awkwardly.
He'll get some of that magic water. Get straight back out on the field of play. Maguire over the top for Goodchild again. Again, closely marked by Carl Thornton, but he's won himself a corner. This will be Charlestown's second corner of the game, with Maguire again heading over.
Clever work there by Kane Goodchild. Held the ball up and then played it into the defender. Maguire to take the corner.
Maguire now. It's not a bad ball there at the back post. Herefield jumps up. Oakley just providing enough pressure. Looked like Bird was back in there again. They've won themselves another corner.
Nice loop there by Troy Herefield. Just misdirected it, but they've won a corner on the other side.
Yeah, Herefield looks like the go-to man from the set pieces. The other corner as well. He got up there nice and high. As Maguire runs all the way over to the other side. Set piece specialist here for the home side. So we cross the 20-minute mark here at Lyle Carr Oval. The score's 1-1. Charlestown looking to take the lead, curled in. Pratt had to flick it off his line. Herefield now on the edge of the box. Fancy stuff. Keeps the ball in. Front post. Goodchild was there. Just needed a touch. Looked like it was just over the top of his head, but Pratt, he fumbled it, but he regained possession.
Great skill shown by Troy Herefield there. Kept the ball in and then measured the cross with his left foot. Pratt came out, got a hand to it.
Tell you what, it's a great game of football here at Lyle Carr Oval. Just 20 minutes in and we've already seen 2 goals. I think what I've liked from both sides is when they've got the ball, again as Pratt is in possession now, they look confident and comfortable in defence, just looking to get the balls through, and they've already created a number of opportunities, which is good for the spectators. I hope all of our Bar TV viewers are enjoying this game between Weston Workers and Charlestown.
Long throw there by Brock Oakley.
Maguire looked like he did a dummy there. Goodchild fended off the ball, but the referee says play on. Connor Evans plays it through, almost gets through to Subat. Now, Bird again showing his pace down the left-hand side. Doesn't have too much support now. So it just looks to hold the ball up, but Morris there.
Morris puts his foot through it, clears it out. Great run by Daniel Bird though. That'll be a free kick against Mick Ryan on Kane.
Yeah, again, good child and the man brought down. A bit of a physical challenge there from Ryan in the back. Let's see, looks like Maguire will step over the ball here. About 35 yards out. It's in range, plays the short one to Bird, looks up, cuts it across. Good child was there again. No, it was Smith there, I think, at the front. Up again. Danny Bird at the back post, cuts it across. And Liam Thornton just heads it back over just to say, let's just get rid of that ball. It's been in here far too long. Charlestown, last couple of minutes. Looks like Ross now to take the corner. I think Maguire's a bit too tired from taking so many.
McDermott.
So McDermott heads the ball down, looks for the long ball to Suba. Oh, Goldman's there. Good example there of the goalkeeper acting as the sweeper. Cuts the ball out well. Salini again looking for good child. Herefield, it was flicked on by the Weston defence, so he stayed onside. Troy Herefield curled it with his left foot past the goalkeeper. That's a great finish. It shows his experience and class there. Charlestown City Blues take a 2-1 lead. 23 minutes in as Weston protest because he was behind the back line, but it looks like it was Weston that got the flick on and therefore he would have defied the offside rule.
I think that's the ruling they've made, much to the disgust of the Western players and supporters, but I think it's the correct ruling. But great finish by Troy Herefield on his left foot, curled it past Tim Platt into the top left-hand corner. Charlestown 2-1 up. Probably deserved that goal, Foxy. They've been camped down here for the last 5-10 minutes and they've had numerous chances.
Yeah, I certainly agree there. They have been on top the last 5-10 minutes, and although the goal seemed to come from nothing with just the long ball over the top, it was a fantastic finish from Herefield. As Weston hand over possession, Subat though does well to get it back. McDermott. Weston thinking the referee decisions aren't going their way at the moment as they concede a free kick on halfway. Maguire again the man to step over the top, up to good child. Charlestown certainly playing with confidence going forward. Herefield gets a bit of a tap there from Subat, showing some fancy footwork. Ross looks for Maguire. Morris plays it out to McDermott, back to Evans. Time on the ball now, out to Liam Thornton. Looks for Cowburn up front. Does well, back out to McDermott. Back post ball for Ryan, chests it down brilliantly. Oh, a great strike from Cowburn there, but I think it came back off Ryan then.
I think it hit Damien Cox right in the middle of the back, so...
There you go, good defending, but it was fantastic play from Weston, again to get a half chance, but now it's Bird down the other side, plays it into good child, looks up, takes the shot, a bit frustrated.
Took a bobble on him, I think Foxy's is about to strike it.
Yeah, it didn't quite connect there as Turnbull, now on the right hand side. Oakley now plays it long, but there's no one up there. There's Cox on the ball. Looks for his options, plays it to Herefield. Back out to Ross. Looking for Bird. Again down the left-hand side. He's certainly been lively in the opening half. Cuts it across again, the 6-yard box. Wasn't a bad ball, but I guess the strikers didn't quite see that option was on. Subat now looks to play it across the Turnbull. Again, there's a Western move forward.
Turnover there. Robbie Turnbull trying to find Mick Ryan.
Guess it was the right idea. Just didn't quite have the execution as Carl Thornton heads it down, but Maguire tries to cut inside Herefield now. Plays it out wide to Bird again. This time chooses to go back. Herefield dispossessed there.
Defence by Subat.
Calburn cuts it across to Ryan, but again, Goulburn does well to come out to the edge of his 18-yard box. Looks to send it long. Looks like it'll go to Smith. Well headed away from Thornton. Maguire again, Bird running at pace down the left-hand side. He's got Evans in front of him. Oh, it's a smart ball.
Yeah, clever play. Matt Tull just couldn't quite measure the shot. Lacked power. End-to-end stuff though, Foxy. A very exciting game so far.
It's a fantastic game to see. Our last Bar TV game here was between the 0-0 draw between Charlestown and Hamilton. In that game we predicted goals and they just didn't come, whereas this one, we've already seen 3 in the first 20 minutes. Now Subat looking for his second. Not bad. He looks for the looping header over the top, but just wide. Subat certainly looks confident early on.
Playing quite well, Jamie Subat. That's a good decision there to try and chip Andrew Goulburn with the header.
Oh, no.
Bit of a hard challenge there. The referee looks to have a talk to him, but he'll do so from distance. So there, Jared Ross there. No, the referee will call him over. Just an update from around the grounds as well. In other games today, Lambton lead 1-0. We've got South Cardiff there today, while Broadmeadow Magic also take a 1-goal lead.
Get out of there!
Oh, Jason Cowburn's had a shot there and maybe collected somebody on the way through.
He's gone down holding, looks like his left ankle there.
The gremlin got him. Little pointing sticks around. It looks like a divot. There's no one else that can play, and if you hit somebody, it's
Let's see, he looks, he's taking his time getting up. He's still down there on the edge of the box. Yeah, the crowd there just helped out the referee with that decision. Handball.
They need referees, don't they, Paul?
I think maybe the crowd could referee some of the games from the sideline, you'd think, but...
I said they need referees, all these real good big people that know everything. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, now we'll just stop play. Cowburn's still down there in back play. The referee and the physio will go over just to see if he's okay.
There's definitely no malice in it. He either collected somebody after he had the shot or he's kicked the ground with his foot and he's done something to either a knee or an ankle.
So the players will take the time to grab a drink. It's 30 minutes now, across the halfway mark in the first half, and it's lived up to its expectations. Great game early on.
It certainly has, Foxy. There's, as we hopefully predicted at the start, that there'd be plenty of goals. We saw 3 already. Kane Goodchild very prominent. Troy Herefield, Mick Ryan, Jamie Subat for Weston. So great game so far.
It's now the players just shape up with the free kick that will eventually come in from Ross. I think Charlestown have been the better side so far.
Yeah, definitely controlled the field position anyway. Foxy, they've probably been camped down here 60-40, but yeah, had the better of the chances obviously.
I have been impressed, however, with Weston. I think they've actually put in a very good performance. I like that they're playing the ball out from defence. They're not getting pressured and just clearing it out there. And again, I think Evans and Turnbull have been great there. And I think from that, they've been getting the ball out wide to Ryan and Subat. So, yeah, credit to Weston for how they've played. But I think Charlestown have just been exceptional going forward. And they've been managed to sustain long periods of pressure.
Weston look a lot better when they play it on the deck, Foxy. They're like you've alluded to there with their ball movement from Turnbull and Evans. When they're playing it on the deck, they've looked good.
Yeah, so good change from Weston as Ross sends the ball over. Well headed down. You've got Tull. Did well to chest the ball down, but just couldn't quite control his shot. It looks like Subat's playing a bit more centrally to Cowburn up there as well. I know he's still playing out wide, but I think that's been the key to Weston as well, where Cowburn's been flicking it on. Whereas last week he looked a bit isolated up front. So
yeah, you're right, Foxy. He's had some support up there today. So slight change in what Weston are doing with their play. Great run by Evans here.
Yeah, so the changes seem to be working well for Weston. Still a goal down here though. Salini looks for Smith over the top. Thornton does well headed down. McDermott on the ball with Cox right behind him. Good child does well to get back there and help out his side. Now Herefield switches the play out to Bird, who's looked very, very lively early on. One-on-one with Oakley. Looks like he'll try and beat him on the dribble. Ryan does well.
Bird's had a great game so far. He's been right in the game over there on the left-hand side.
There's a good header there from Thornton. Yeah, Herefield put his hand up and said, my bad. Evans again.
For a big
doing
man,
very well.
Goodchild's work rate is outstanding. There a moment ago he was back in getting the ball in defence and then made a strong run forward. So works hard, Kane Goodchild.
Yeah, certainly does. Very crafty on the ball as well. He's now Turnbull, chases the ball down the right-hand side, wins himself a corner, finds himself all over the park. As Morris
will come
run
up
up.
the centre of defence to take this.
And Turnbull will come back with Evans in the middle and send the big men up front. You've got Oakley making his way up there as well. And Subat at the back post. You've got Michael Ryan in there on the goalkeeper. With Cowburn near the penalty spot too. As Morris steps in. Good ball at the front post. Cowburn flicks it on. Just over the crossbar. Not a bad effort from a difficult angle. But again, you expect Morris to put the ball right where he wants it.
Yeah, again, Morris, dead ball specialist for Weston.
So now 31 minutes in to play. For those just joining us, it is Charlestown leading Weston by 2-1 in our match of the round here at Lyle Car Oval. Nice flick on from Smith. Carl Thornton though does well. Doesn't look like he ever loses a header back there. Similar to Greg Anderson in the Hamilton Olympic back line. It's Cowburn on the ball now. Looks to keep off Salini. Does well to find Subat. Looked like Ross was just leading pretty heavily with the shoulder there, but he's got away with it.
Come on! Come on, mate!
Now Jared Ross.
Midfield there by Robbie Turnbull. Charlestown on the break. And he's fouled him there.
Maguire again finds himself over another dead ball situation. Looks for Herefield out wide. As Weston concede another corner. Let's see if Maguire will take it. Yep. He's got to run all the way over again. Charlestown leading Weston by 2-1. Find themselves with another corner. As Ross makes a late run into the 18-yard box. That's a great ball. Looks for Ross. Just flicked over his head there. Bird, plenty of pace. Sends it back. Oakley does well at intercept. Let's see what Weston can do here on the counter. Cowburn back out to Turnbull. Up to Oakley. Just handed over possession though. Good child did well. Again, very active there. Tull does well to turn. Sees his option. Great challenge there from Morris. Oh, great work from Maguire. He had the right idea there looking for Smith, just not quite
Tried
there.
to place Scotty Smith in over the top and ball just a bit too heavy.
Yeah, the space was certainly there. Turnbull does well to play in Evans. Back out to Oakley. Yeah, Weston, the final ball the last few minutes have been handing over possession. They'll look to keep their concentration. Salini plays it over the top. Bird, the offside flag was up. It was borderline. Looked like...
I think Daniel Bird was just offside. Western crowd certainly agree with the decision.
Yeah, I think if we had a slow motion replay, he's probably just half a body length in front of his defender there. 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Charlestown certainly seem to be taking the ascendancy now late in the first half, and they've got the advantage on the scoreboard as well. Herefield holds off Thornton. Back to Ross. He was looking for the ball for Goodchild in behind. Thornton. Yeah, great ball to McDermott. Back to Turnbull again. Oh no, he hands over possession. Bird, heavy touch though. Smith looks up. Oh, he sends the ball high and wide.
Here for Charlestown. Turnover in midfield by Robbie Turnbull, and Charlestown should have capitalised. Scotty Smith should have scored that.
Yeah, it's a few times now that Turnbull's handed over possession there in the middle, and he'll know it though. To look to improve in the last 10 minutes as Evans does well on the left-hand side. Looks up, left-footed shot. It was similar to the goal we saw from South Cardiff last week. Another great chance for Charlestown, but Scott Smith unable to find the back of the net one-on-one. Similar to Michael Ryan's chance down the other end, I guess, earlier on in the half too. It's Ryan on the ball now. Sends it over the top looking for Subat. Ross tight on him, great control. Subat onto his left foot. Just drawn out wide. Cuts it back to McDermott. Again, just the final ball.
Turnover again in midfield by Weston. It'll be a card, I'd say, to Gary McDermott.
My leg's sore from that one. That was a
Fair collision there.
heavy challenge, but he knew it as soon as it happened. Those cork thighs aren't a pretty injury. It's Maguire again over the ball. 36 minutes in. Well, if this is what the first half has provided, Gaz, I'm looking forward to the second.
Yeah, probably open up even a bit more in the second half, Foxy, if the scoreline stays tight.
Come on, Daniel.
Great game
Bird.
so far.
Bird again cuts it across to Goodchild. 1-2, excellent.
Good
Looks
shot.
up. Oh, fantastic challenge from Oakley.
Yeah, Brock Oakley did well there. Great work again.
It looked like he was going to line up for the shot. Actually, he's been cutting across the 6-yard box a lot early on, but a crucially timed challenge there.
Great combination played by Daniel Bird and Kane Goodchild. Another corner for Charlestown.
This could be at least their 6th corner of the game, I think.
Yeah, they've had a few.
Maguire.
Short run here maybe by Kane Goodchild. He's lurking on the edge of the box. Troy Herefield at the back stick.
Come on, man.
Looks like it's going towards Heafield. Goodchild comes in. Referee blows his whistle. Looked like Smith was on
Timmy
Pratt.
Pratt was taken out. That's for the free kick. Yeah, Scotty Smith just gave Tim a bump on the way through, I think.
Pratt's been in the wars. Last week he's holding the same shoulder there, I think, that he was last week as well.
He held that shoulder earlier in the game.
Yeah, well done from Thornton. Plays it out to Liam on the left. Salini on the ball now.
Get rid of it.
Plays it back to Goldman. Guess he's been the quieter of the 2 goalkeepers back there.
Yeah, but he's done his job. He's always likes to get forward, play that sweeping role that you mentioned before, Foxy.
Yeah, there's been at least 2 times I can remember now he's come up there to act as an extra defender, so he's been very solid back there early on.
Here he is again in the play.
He loves it. Again, Weston, the last 10 minutes, they just, that final ball.
I'm sure Steve Pickett won't be happy with their turnover of possession in the last 10-15 minutes.
It's probably, yeah, there we go again. It's probably been the difference between the two sides at the moment. I think the first 15-20 minutes, Weston were doing quite well on the ball. They've just slipped off now, and again against a strong side such as Charlestown.
Well done, Matthew.
Can't afford to hand over possession as Turnbull now in the middle. Does well to win it back. He's got Ryan in front of him, flicks it across to Subat. Yeah, they won themselves a free kick. They're a bit disappointed there, the ref didn't play the advantage there. But I guess you won't complain with the calibre of Nathan Morris.
Won't complain. Dead ball specialist.
It's a tight angle from distance, but if anyone can do it, he certainly can. Then he's got Subat, Ryan, Calburn and Oakley to aim for in the middle as well. Sends it long in the back post. Cut it across again. It's still in the field of play.
No, he hasn't given it out. He hasn't given
Subat
it
now.
out. He never gave it out. Come on, Jared.
Looks to beat Ross. Great defending there. It's Herefield. Sends it long.
Come on, Scotty.
Evans does well. Plays it back to Thornton. Out wide to Morris. Long for Subat. Looking for the run of Calburn alongside him.
Find Calburn there.
Oh, come on.
That was Ryan there, who's running
He just caught
himself.
Ryan. Jared Dickinson.
40 minutes gone in the first half. Charlestown lead Weston by 2-1. Weston, however, are saying, well, there's 5 minutes left. Let's add a bit more pressure, and what better way than from Morris standing over a dead ball situation. About 35 yards out at least here. Goldman looking alert on his goal line. Back post again.
Punched away by Goldie.
Come on, Troy.
Good goalkeeping. It looked like it was Carl Thornton who went down, and Weston protesting for a penalty there. But the referee waves it on. It's Liam Thornton. Got the ball now from a throw-in. Back to McDermott. Up to Subat.
Damo, get there.
Looks to turn his man. But Cox does well again. He's had a pretty good game early on. Young Damien Cox back there for Charlestown City Blues.
Come on, Kane.
Well done by Kane. Good child there.
Good child
Turnover
again.
Missed it.
Working well in defence. Oh, the final ball couldn't.
Come on, Troy.
Evans does well. Plays it out to Oakley.
Come on, Andrew.
Again, the final ball just not good enough. What do you think's been the difference between the two sides early on, Gaz?
To be honest, the finishing of the Charlestown attacking players, Herefield,
Don't like to go.
good child. Smith's been prominent up there.
Now they come forward again. Good child. Looks up. He had Bird in space there. Oh, fantastic dribbling. Good child.
Great skills shown there by Kane. Good child. Unlucky not to score.
Again, the last time I was here, I think he beat 6 defenders against Olympic, but just couldn't quite finish there. I think he beat 3. That certainly would have been a killer blow for the visitors just 3 minutes before half time. Yeah, I think as you were saying, Gaz, they've Smith and Goodchild up front with Herefield, and you've got Bird up there.
Yeah.
There's just that many attacking players. They're all having a fantastic game here.
I left him out of my summary, but he's been outstanding for Charlestown today. Daniel Bird on the left. Weston just turnover of possessions costing them at the moment. They're just continually turning over the ball in the middle of the park.
Come on, Troy.
Yeah, I guess you could say Subat's looked good for them, and Ryan looked good early on.
Come on, Kane.
But again, they certainly need more players to step up.
Keep on, Damo. Keep going,
As Cox
Damo.
does well again to cover in defence. In the final 2 minutes here of the first half at Lowell Car Oval.
Come on, Jared. You see me on that. Keep going, Jared.
Ross Still wins his side a throw in. There you go, that's the half-time whistle there. Here at Lyle Carr Oval, Charlestown City Blues 2 lead Weston Workers 1. It's been a fantastic game early on. I think the first 15-20 minutes saw great football from both sides, but I think the final 20 minutes there, I think Charlestown certainly had the better of the play and deserved a one-goal lead going into half-time.
Yeah, 100% right there, Foxy. Great even game early, great attacking raids by both sides, some nice finishing by Charlestown, and then back into the second half, Weston turning over possession and Charlestown dominated. Probably lucky not to score another one, and yeah, lead 2-1 at half-time.
That's it, thanks guys, and it's been a fantastic game here at Lyle Carr Oval, our match of the round. Today, Charlestown 2, lead Weston 1. We'll see you shortly for the second half. Back to our match of the round here at Lowell Car Oval between Charlestown City Blues and Western Workers Bears, as both sides coming out for the start of the second half. They switch over. Now Charlestown come out last in the light blue shirts. Fantastic opening half of football. Charlestown take a 2-1 lead. Let's see what Western Workers can come out within the second half. Again, the visitors playing in the white and the black. Guys, from that first half performance, what do you think both sides will come out and try and do in the second half?
Charlestown very much the same as what they were doing. Dominated field position as we mentioned during the call. They'll want to continue in that vein. For Weston, they just need to keep hold of the ball. Turnovers in midfield are killing them, and I'm sure Coach Pickett is giving them a real rocket at half time in relation to that. Just a score from another ground, Foxy. Adamstown 1, lead Edgeworth 0 at half time.
That's a bit of a surprise there, but again, Adamstown not doing too bad, returning to the top flight again. Also with the likes of Lake Macquarie as well, they had a very convincing win over Charlestown last week, so good to see some results going well for, I guess you could say, the underdogs in the competition. It's now Weston. Cowburn very physical on the ball. Pushed off Ross, keeps it. Not a bad ball, Evans is there. Ryan couldn't quite time the flight of that ball and it goes over for a goal kick, but a positive sign from Western Workers here.
Yeah, decent start by Weston. Cowburn physical there, decent ball in, but missed everyone and went out for a goal kick.
I think you're right, Gaz, that final ball will be crucial, especially for Weston here in the first 10 or 15 minutes, and you'd expect Charlestown to do what they did in the first and just keep that ball in the opposition third and just heap the pressure on the visitors. As Goldman goes long for Smith over the top. Bird does well to come in. Turnbull. Cowburn plays it up. Ryan couldn't quite control the ball there.
Caught up under his feet there, Mick Ryan.
Salini with time on the ball. Looks to play it long for Smith. Thornton doing all he could there to win the ball, but
Down Subat wide here.
it's the man they want on the ball. Looks up with his left foot again. A deflected shot. Goldman did well to get down. That looked like it took a bit of sting off the ball there. Still a difficult save.
Yeah, well saved by Andrew Goldman.
Subat certainly with an eye for goal, especially after his first finish there. Just 14 minutes in, equalising. 2 minutes after, Kane Goodchild opened the scoring. Herefield couldn't quite get the final ball. No, sorry.
Early signs from Weston look like they're trying to go a bit more direct.
That was Dickinson there on the left. Herefield's, of course, switched over to the right. Long throw in there. Turnbull does well to get up. Matt Tull over the top from Smith. Thornton with time on the ball. Sends it back to Pratt.
Clearance by Pratt to Subat.
Evans now on the ball, back to Subat. Heavy touch. Cox again does well. Herefield plays it back to Ross. Thornton now on the ball, 2-13s. Close pressure from Smith there, all the way back to Pratt. Herefield always seems to have time on the ball, but I guess that's what they say about the good players always. Whatever position they're in, they always seem to have time.
Yeah, they get themselves into the position early and have the time, read the game very well.
Thornton.
Herefield, a former A-League player with Central Coast Mariners and Newcastle Jets.
And he certainly showed his class there with that finish earlier on as well. Could well prove to be the difference between the two sides. McDermott, heavy touch, hands over possession. Oh, it's a goal. It's gone in the back of the net. Scott Smith with his left foot. I'll tell you what, that's not the start that Western Workers needed. The players look around with their hands on their hips, a turnover of possession in defence with the goalkeeper out of position, and Scott Smith pretty much just passed the ball back into goal. Charlestown 3, lead Weston Workers 1.
Yeah, that was all very pedestrian by Weston. Felt like it was in slow motion there for a while. Simple turnover, and yeah, they're 3-1 down. Scotty Smith scores his 127th goal for Charlestown.
There you go. I guess we talk about the class of Goodchild and Smith up front. They've both got a goal to their name, and as you said, 127 goals for any club. It's a very impressive feat.
I think playing earlier in the game scored his 112th, so a lot of goals between those two players.
There you go, and Smith again in behind the defence. Oakley, he went down, but the referee says nothing doing. Michael Ryan, nice switch of play there to Subat. Weston certainly needs something from him. He does well, still on the ball. Looks for Calburn. Well done by Ross there. Yeah, happy just to concede the throw in.
Nice little lead up there by Subat, but great defending by Jared Ross.
Yeah, Ross has certainly had a great game, along with Cox back there, and whatever Weston throw at them, the Charlestown defence seems to be up to the task. Tell you what, that goal's come within the opening 5 minutes. Gives them a two-goal lead. Calburn tries to do something about that, not bad. Just goes past the back post.
Strong on the ball, Jason Calburn. Turned and had a shot there, but well wide.
Do you see your way back in it for Weston Workers, now down by 2 goals?
Not at this stage, I don't, Foxy, to be honest. That mistake's rattled them, obviously. A simple mistake like that can affect the team in many ways. They can turn their toes up, as the saying goes, and go into their shell, but they really need to keep playing. They need to try and keep the ball and keep attacking, probably go a bit more direct.
I guess the one thing is they do have time on their hands with still 40 minutes left to play. Again, Smith pressures Pratt, sends the ball long. Subat flicks it on. Salini only as far as Evans. Does well to control the ball. Dribbles his way nicely through, but looked like Tull there. Yeah, clipped him late. He knows it. The referee will just give him a final talk to. Seems to be the opposite from Weston. Last week they were slow out of the blocks, but the second half they came out on top, whereas this time around they came out on fire early, and after the break though, that mistake has certainly let them down.
Connor Evans not too well here. He's got thigh injury from that knock.
Yeah, Subat and
now gone into the back of Troy Herefield.
Looked to have a bit of a flying arm there, as that's what the crowd is saying anyway, but it was a physical challenge. Herefield stays down, and still I think Connor Evans down there as well.
He'll seek some treatment now that the play stopped.
I guess people say, you know, football is a bit of a non-contact sport or whatever, but I tell you, locally,
been very willing today, Foxy.
It's fantastic, especially seeing these games live. You realise just how physical these contests are, and it's great to watch not only the skill and the strategy of the game, but also the one-on-one contests out there as well. And none better than Weston versus Charlestown. We've seen a lot of those 1v1 battles and the physical matchups as well. Glad to see not as many injuries as last week. We saw a few people subbed off, so
yeah, it was a battle last week.
Subat again wins himself. Weston the free kick this time around. Goodchild again putting pressure. They've got to go all the way back to Pratt. Very mobile up front there in defence as well. Smith and Goodchild to go, along with the amount of goals they score.
Keep going, Jared.
It's another tough hit there. I think it was Carl Thornton. Very solid defender. You have to be one of the best centre pairings in the competition, I think. But in saying that, there's a lot of classy defenders in the competition.
There is, Foxy. Very much a key to the game these days.
Keep going, Kane. Daniel.
Thornton does well again, sends it out to Oakley. Just a bit too far there, was probably looking for Calburn. But Charlestown just hand back possession. McDermott. Bit of football tennis here at the moment, back and forth. let's see what goes.
Both teams will be disappointed in that little passage, both turning it over on a couple of occasions each.
Because we haven't seen it too often. Weston probably in the last 20 minutes here in the first half gave away possession a bit more than they wanted to, but before that it was ball on the deck, moving it around well. It's now Charlestown have a throw in. Looks like Ross will go over to take it. Looking for Herefield. Turnbull though. Links up with Subat.
It's been on for a while.
If results stay as they are, we've got Broadmeadow Magic still in the lead over South Cardiff and Charlestown in the lead here, but Michael Ryan gets the ball in the 18-yard box. Yeah, just
Into the back there, Jared Ross, free kick to Charlestown.
as Goblin will take his time. That could potentially see Weston come down as far as 7th, with Charlestown and Broadmeadow overtaking him, I think, there if results go as they are. But again, it's the competition's that tight at the moment.
Yeah, very crowded.
If any team, I think, can get 2 wins in a row, they'll be right back up in the top 5. So,
The latest scores we received, all those games are very tightly and evenly balanced. So,
and of course, this is the last round in the first half of the season. Next week, we'll start the round of matches where each team will play each other twice. Weston have got Lake Macquarie City, I think it was their first game, where they beat them 3-1. And Charlestown will face Lambton, who they also defeated in their opening game of the season.
Keep going. Keep going.
As Bird plays it back to Maguire. Not sure if that was a shot or if he was probably looking for Goodchild there, I think, to flick it on.
he was, I think, yeah.
Subat now.
Go to him, Jared.
Across to McDermott, back out to Thornton.
And the Jets have Edgeworth next week, Foxy, so top of the table clash.
Yeah, that'll be another great game.
Edgeworth's defence this year has been outstanding.
Conceded 3 goals in 8 matches.
Another one today.
Yep, 4 goals now in 9. But I think the closest to them would be, was it Lambton Jaffers who have conceded 10? Hamilton and Link, they've conceded 11. And then there's 3 other teams who have conceded 13. So when you, in comparison to the other teams in the competition, outstanding from Edgeworth. I was speaking to Gary Wilson recently. He said basically builds their team around their defence. It's a heavy challenge there.
Very heavy challenge there. Nick Ryan being brought down by
Dickinson, I believe, and yeah, probably deserved the yellow card. I think the referee's done well to keep the yellow in his pocket for as long as he has, but there's probably not much he could do about that one.
heavy challenge.
Good to see Ryan get straight back up though. Yeah, Charlestown's defence has been pretty solid today. Again, you've got Subat, the great chances. Michael Ryan, nice 1-2 there with Evans, just past the back post. Weston really need one of those to find the back net, and it probably comes back to what we were saying at the start of the game, where finishing will be crucial. That's twice there. I think Cowburn had the early chance almost identical, but just couldn't hit the target.
Yeah, definitely need to find the back of the net with one of those chances in the next 5 to 10 minutes, probably Foxy. They need to work their way back into this game.
Charlestown City Blues, just looking at the table again, have a -5 goal deficit, conceded 19. But one of those was a 7-0 drubbing against Edgeworth with a very depleted squad. But
Yeah, they had a depleted lineup that day. They had a number of players injured and ill. And then I think both Kane Goodchild and Scott Smith were on work duties, so that day they were severely depleted.
Well done, Sally.
Maguire now works
Great
a
defence
1-2 with
there
Bird.
by Salini.
You'd expect both these sides to be around the top 5. I think last season Weston may have finished in 5th and Charlestown not too far behind them, I believe. But
Yeah, that was the case. They'll be thereabouts a game this year. The way things are looking, it's going to be a very congested leaderboard. I think it might come down to the last round to decide spots in a not only in the 5, outside the 5, and perhaps even for the premiership.
Yeah, it'd be great to see with a very tight competition. You've got the top 3 with Newcastle Jets Youth, Edgeworth and Hamilton Olympic. Just 1 point separates those 3 sides at the top of the table at the moment. Good child now on the ball, with Thornton marking him closely on the edge of the 18. Thornton went in for the challenge.
You don't know, he said you don't know.
Good child, I think, wanted a corner for his side, but referee laughs it off and jogs back to the halfway line.
Yeah, I think Kane was pretty confident there he had a corner, but referee disagreed.
I guess despite that goal, which came from a defensive error, Charlestown haven't been in the opposition third too often.
Go on, Daniel.
Now 15 minutes into the second half.
Go on, Daniel.
Both sides battle it out in midfield, but now Pratt sends it long. Subat lays it back. It's all happening, local football at its best. We love it. Herefield again cuts inside. Another tight angle. But I think it was Pratt there that just tipped it over the top.
Yeah, Timmy Pratt put it over the bar. But great work down here by Damien Cox. He copped a couple of checks on the way through. Managed to hang on to the ball, secure it, and then play the ball through. He did well.
Yeah, Cox doing extremely
Connor Evans
well.
about to be replaced by Nick Thompson.
It'd have to be through injury, you'd think, as he holds his right thigh there.
And that knock earlier on, I think he's got a thigh problem or a hip problem. But Nick Thompson, traditionally a fullback, so it'll be interesting. He's replacing Connor Evans in the midfield. Whether Weston changed their formation here.
Yeah, they've certainly got to change something still. 2 goals behind, 30 minutes left to play as Maguire steps up for another corner. Thompson straight into the thick of the action, marking Smith. It's not a bad ball there. Good child over there. Heads it straight up. Thompson gets something on it.
Game straight away.
Herefield, first time, half volley. I'll tell you what, it's a hard chance to strike it well from it. He's done well to keep it down.
He's done well there, Troy Herefield, and I think Tim Pratt was unsighted, so if it was on target, it was probably in the back of the net. Looks like Nick Thompson has reverted to his role at central defence, and they've moved Nathan Morris into the midfield.
As Morris gets on the ball now. Up to Cowburn. Gets it through. Look like McDermott. Referee is called.
Interesting decision. Yellow card to Andrew Goldman.
17 minutes into the second half. McDermott brought down by Goldman. Shown the yellow card for his efforts. Morris, he's just stepped up from defence to midfield. Now he steps up to the penalty spot.
Come on, Andrew.
He's sided 2 goals behind. This will certainly be the turning point in the game. They need this to go in.
Come on, Andrew.
Goldman looks to atone for his early error.
Come on, Ming. Come on, Andrew.
The stadium has gone silent. The suspense. Morris. Bottom corner. As cool as you like. Fantastic finish. That takes the scoreline to Charlestown 3, leading Weston 2. Straight back in the game now.
Go, Andrew.
Subat picks the ball up out of the back of the net. Well, it's the goal the game needed. It's the goal Weston needed.
Yeah, I think Weston needed that. They were another replacement. Mick Ryan's come off and young Tommy Sparray to go on. But yeah, Weston probably needed that to get back into the game. Since the error that led to Charlestown's 3rd goal, Weston had probably dominated field position without being too effective at it. But that penalty's brought them right back into it now, and I'm sure we're in for an interesting contest in the last 20 or so minutes.
Come on, Dan.
Yeah, certainly on to play for now.
Okay. Keep going, Kane.
Now Charlestown.
Come on, Dicko.
Sparray into the action early. Turnbull.
there so he couldn't get it.
McDermott out to Sparray.
Come on, Dicko, keep going, strong.
Back inside of Turnbull, well done by the youngster. He's got some pace on him, works down the right-hand side. Scott Dickinson, one-on-one, cuts back inside. Oh, fantastic footwork. I think he caught a bit of the turf there on his final delivery, but exciting stuff from the youngster.
Yeah, very quick, Tommy Sparray. I'm sure they'll look to utilise his pace down this right-hand side.
Thornton, uncontested header, only as far as Maguire. Back up to Taylor, could be in the middle. Back out to Dickinson. Looks for Goodchild again. He's got Bird out to his left. Cuts inside nicely. Still in possession. Oakley sends it out. Again, the home side were contesting for a penalty.
Strong on the ball there, Cowburn.
And again,
Find Jamie Subat out on the left.
end-to-end stuff. Subat out the left, one-on-one with Ross, comes in on his right hand. Side, cuts it back again. Cox again. Well done by Turnbull, getting it out to the left to Thornton. Nice ball at the front post. I think it was McDermott there, just looked for a cute header back over the top, but just couldn't quite execute it.
Yeah, I think Gary saw injury coming out and tried the little deft header over his head, but didn't control it.
So we see a yellow card
Now
there.
hard to Kane Goodchild, I think. Obviously something being said.
Could have well been for that penalty shout down the other end earlier, probably saying, well, the one you gave them was just as bad. 20 minutes gone in the second half. Charlestown 3, lead Weston 2. Goldman sends it long. Good child up there against Morris, flicks it on.
Turnover again by Weston. Straight to that man, Kane Goodchild.
Come on, Minga!
Good child goes down. Referee waves play on.
Played a
Turnbull.
there.
Come on, Sully, keep going!
Cowburn again does well. Nice ball over the top. No, just out of the field of play, looking for the pace of Sparrow to get him behind.
Yeah, Cowburn very much in the thick of the action in the last 5 minutes or so.
Get off him!
Holding the ball up, trying to play players in. Free kick here now to Charlestown City. Josh Maguire will take it. It's a fair way out though. They'll just look to try and set it up and
Over the top for Goodchild. Does well to get a head on it.
something out of that.
Come on!
Tell you what, they created a half chance there. I think it was Smith coming in at the back post there.
See about that on the game.
Looking for the run of Sparrow.
Sparrow, but couldn't.
Come on, Daniel, keep going. Get off.
Bird does well to keep it in. Only as far as Oakley looks up. Couldn't quite find Cowburn there, as Salini does very well. Coming out of defence. Good child. 1-2 with Maguire. Herefield's there though. Finds good child. Back to Dickinson. Out to Bird. This is better from Charlestown. Just taking their time on the ball.
Already worked that out once. Offside ball.
Plays it through to Smith. On the edge of the 18. Cuts it across. McDermott does well. Intercept there. Maguire probably would have shaped up for a shot, but Charlestown still in possession. 1-2 there with Tull. Plays it out wide. Herfield again.
Yeah, corner. A bit of a clash in the midfield there between McDermott and Maguire.
So you've got Herfield stay down a bit and Maguire's down there as well. Might be Ross that will go over to take the corner for Maguire.
So the boys would be starting to feel this. It's been end-to-end stuff for the last 10-15 minutes. The old lactic acid will be building up in the legs.
You've got the temperatures cooling down a bit as well, which
Yep.
certainly won't help.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'm getting sore and I'm just standing up.
15. He nearly hasn't been to bed for 20 hours.
You've got Ross.
What's wrong?
Got a flag.
Some argy-bargy going on in the 6-yard box. Who's the yellow card for this time?
I'm not sure who that's for.
Could be Tull.
Could be Tull, but
At the back of his head. Well, that's
Yeah,
a good referee.
he seems to be, I think it is Matthew Tull, he seems to be disputing it a little bit now.
Just looking to get under the goalkeeper's shoulders there. The referee says no.
Stop it, he says. He's not ready.
Said, I've told you once, mate. I've given you a yellow card.
He wasn't ready. He's put in the book.
The lights are on here, Foxy. It's getting very dark. Out the back of our vantage point, it's looking very black.
Nice ball comes in. Over the top. Bird at the back post. Still got to be cleared away there. Turnbull does well. Calburn sends it long. No one there. That was Goldman.
That was a sweeper here and play it out.
Yeah, the lights are on. It's certainly getting darker here. Let's hope the rain stays off. It has so far. Guess we're expected a fair bit to come down, but at least it's been a good day of football so far. Staunton is back there trying to not concede a corner. Looks like Goodchild is adding the pressure.
They did well there, Liam Thornton.
Carl Thornton sends it up to Subat. Dummies, well done. Calburn now. He's got two players out wide. Switches at the Sparrow.
Sparrow try and bring this down if he can.
He's got Turnbull running through. Can he look up? Yep, that's it. Send it to him. Probably not early enough there, and Bird does well, tricking back in defence.
Should have had some jelly beans at half time.
Hopefully, probably look for the long throw in here. He's got Calburn. Inside to Morris. He's got time on the ball. Flicks it on to McDermott. Oh, you had Subat back there as well.
Jamie Subat out to the left. Couldn't get him. Great defence by Charlestown.
Tell you what, another goal would certainly liven things up here. I think Charlestown have probably been the better side overall. But again, that would level the scores at 3-3. Weston, though, I think, the second half, they're probably
Since
on
that
top
era,
now.
Foxy, they really have come back into the game. And as I said, Jason Calburn's presence and work rate has increased remarkably. He's been trying to get on the ball and create things, and it's working really hard.
Yeah, credit to Weston. I think, as you said, that mistake, conceding the goal and the 2-goal deficit, they've certainly got their head back in the game away from home. Looks like another change being made.
Here. I think Jason Calburn will come off. Young Jake Barner will come on. Jamie Subat will go to the striker's role, and Jake Barner will go left side of midfield, I would predict.
Again, Calburn just jogging off gingerly there, and they put the young, fresh legs on there. 25 minutes gone, 20 minutes remaining. Charlestown lead Weston, 3 goals to 2. Now Bar TV, match of the round.
With 26 odd minutes gone, Weston's used their 3 substitutions, so players on the park will play out the rest of the game.
Good turn from Turnbull there, wins himself a free kick. Guess you often notice that as a player, you're already out there, you're already tired, you're already buggered, and you go, uh-oh, that's all our subs gone. They'll have to put it in. I think they'll be more than happy to, though. A goal down away from home without a win in their last 4 games, I think. Weston.
Yeah, that's true. They've only got a point out of the last possible 12.
Good ball at the back post from Morris. Headed towards goal. There's a fantastic chance. I'm not sure who got on it in the end.
A great ball in by Morris.
Would have just missed the back post there, probably inches away in the ends. Morris, a fantastic ball. Yeah, so if Weston don't get a result here, it'll be 5 games without a win after winning 3 out of their opening 4. Charlestown themselves have been a bit up and down this season, but again, they've had a few injuries throughout as well, which haven't helped.
Yeah, they've had some injuries in their defensive line, and thus the need to play Troy Herefield back there in the first part of the season. And obviously with work commitments for Scotty Smith and Kane Goodchild, not being able to play every game together also affects them on certain weekends.
They look to be back close to full strength now, though, as Herefield comes inside with the ball over the top to Bird, but the assistant's flag goes up. They kicked the ball away, I think.
Yeah, obviously, other than Ben Hughes, this would be close to their full strength lineup.
Strength lineup, what happened to the players on the bench? Because they kicked the ball. Green's just gone. Oh, yeah. I know. Still not even on the field.
Oakley sends it up. Salini's got time though. Spare plays it inside to nobody though. Maguire releases Bird down the left-hand side. One-on-one with Oakley. Let's see what he does here. Certainly got some pace. Cuts inside. Plays it back across to Goodchild. Just a bit too heavy there for Herefield to get at the back post.
Come on, Jazz, put it over.
Ross back out to Herefield. He's got Thornton in front of him. Again, plenty of time on the ball. The back heel back to him. Yeah, wins himself a free kick. Who was it there? Liam Thornton, I think. He's shown the yellow card.
Liam Thornton, yellow card, justly deserved. Free kick, Josh Maguire.
Yeah,
22 yards out.
15 minutes remaining here. Charlestown with a free kick in a dangerous position. Not far away from the corner of the 18-yard box there. It looks like Maguire will step over it. Herefield fixes himself up after being brought down. You've got Smith there at the back post with Goodchild there as well. Herefield too makes his way into the 18-yard. Maguire. Good ball. Can't quite get over Carl Thornton there. Scott Smith behind him. Ross and Turnbull battle it out. Turnbull wins it. Sends it out looking for Subat.
Come on, Sally.
Salini.
Come on, Sally. He knew it. Stop with him.
Looks for the long ball over the top. Smith with Thornton. Herefield chests it down. That's not a bad effort, just over the crossbar. Herefield again with a half chance, but shows his class there, chesting it down in another half volley.
Yeah, good strike by Troy Herefield.
Again, it looked like he tried to take a bit of power off the shot just to make sure he could get it on target, but narrowly missed there as Pratt sends it long. Look to come off Salini. McDermott back to Sparray, but just can't control the ball, goes out. Dickinson plays it up to Goodchild. Time on the ball, flicks it across to Bird. Back to Goodchild again. Oh, clever turn. Now in space, sends it back to Bird down the left-hand side. Nice sliding challenge there from Oakley. Goodchild, full of confidence. Always looks good with the ball at his feet there, dribbling, wins his side a throw in. 1-2 there with Bird again. Straight goes short to Carl Thornton. Brings the ball up. Liam Thornton up to Subat.
Jack Barner trying to find Gary McDermott there.
Not a bad ball, but Bird now in possession again, down the left-hand side with the ball at his feet. Cuts inside. Plenty of time. Cuts it across the Herefield. Let's see what he can do now. Finds Goodchild in space, just a bit too long. So he looks to keep the ball in. Still Charlestown in possession. They've won themselves another corner.
Josh Maguire to take it again, or it will be a short corner here. Yeah, they're going to play Maguire in. Overlapping run by Jared Ross.
Yeah, looked to cut inside.
Control there.
In other results, South Cardiff have just equalised. So it's South Cardiff 1, Lambton 1. As Daniel Burgess sends in a curling shot from 25 yards out. Pratt sends the ball long. Got Subat there, but Charlestown defence runs back. Nice control from Subat. Back to Morris. Got Broadmeadow Magic also have a 2-0 lead over Lake Macquarie City here. Still Charlestown 3, leading Weston 2. Oh, his goalkeeper spilled it. Turnbull had a hand up. He sent it towards goal. Cleared away from Cellini.
Oh, Andrew Goldman, outstanding.
Where did he come from? Goldman, out of nowhere. Looked like it was Sparray there that got the final shot.
Great chance there by Weston, but outstanding goalkeeping in the end by Andrew Goldman.
Yeah, he spilled the initial effort, which gave Weston another bite of the cherry, but I tell you what, he did well with that second one.
Both Robbie Turnbull and young Tommy Sparrow had chances there to put the ball in, but Andrew Goldman got back up off the deck and fantastic save.
Yeah, Weston won't want to see a repeat of last week where they had at least 3 or 4 chances in the last 15 or 20 minutes. I think it was the last minute.
Here now, making a substitution. Captain Josh Maguire about to be replaced.
Mitchell Harper.
Yeah, it's Mitchell Harper going on.
Yeah, Harper coming on there for Maguire. Cellini sends it long. Wins his side of corner. Good child again. Being rewarded for his work right there up front. 35 minutes gone here in the second half, just 10 remaining. Still just the 1 goal in it, 3-2. Seen 2 goals here in the second half.
Mitchell Harper just on the pitch, about to take the corner.
Harper looks to send it in, the front post. Herefield on the edge of the box. Chestnut flick at the back post. Looked like it was good child there. Again, Charlestown with a half chance. They play the ball out from defence, but Turnbull. Back out to Barner, back to Morris.
Nice combination play here by Weston at the moment.
Barner again, well done. Plays it out to Liam Thornton. Looks a bit heavy there, should be Goldman's. Subat there again, putting pressure on the goalkeeper.
Bit too floating in there and easy pickings for the goalkeeper, Andrew Goldman.
Better build-up play there from Weston.
Yeah, nice build-up play through the midfield. They retain possession, some short, sharp passes. Just the final cross let them down.
Thornton there, happy to see the ball be played back to Pratt. Sends it long. Got Subat there as the central man against Cellini. Oakley into Morris. Only as far as Bird. Lays it up to Smith. Good defence, but Morris there with a careless pass, but no damage done.
Liam Thornton managed to get hold of the ball, knock it back to the keeper, Pratt. And Weston will start to build up from out the back again.
That's what I said. Oh, what's that going to do?
About 7 minutes left here. You'd think that the next goal will be crucial. It'll either give the home side a 2-goal cushion or the visitors will find an equaliser. Oakley now on the right-hand side against Bird. Heavy pressure there from Herefield, but Turnbull still on the ball, looks up. The ball gets through.
Come on, Sully.
Now Weston shy.
Oakley again. He's got Sparray there, short to his right. Subat inside the 18 as we hear the thunder in the background. Let's see if it'll hold off. Subat flicks it on. McDermott's in there. Headed away nicely. Weston in possession again though. Oakley up to Subat. He looked to flick it on, I think, but
Flick it on there.
Cellini did well.
Dermott.
Only as far as Morris. Out to Liam Thornton. It's the Barner out there.
Come on, get out of there!
Back out to Morris. There's Weston, heap on the pressure in the final 5 minutes. Send it lock to Oakley, back inside to Subat, on his chest. I tell you what,
Corner.
That one was going toward goal, but it was deflected away by Salini. He's holding his head there. Could be a very nicely timed Falcon. But Weston have got themselves a corner with Morris, who again you would think will send the ball right into the danger area. The crowd is ducking for cover. The rain
Storm's
is
about to
coming.
hit, Foxy.
We're under a nice tin roof here, so we'll certainly hear it. Morris sends it in. Oakley was running in, well headed away. Looked like Salini volleyed in by Turnbull. Back into the mixer. Oakley at the back post. Fantastic save. Subat is being brought down. A penalty to Weston.
Penalty to Weston. Subat brought down in the box.
I'll tell you what, it's all happening. Weston here. 5 minutes left in the game. Morris again.
Oakley had a great chance there.
It was a great save from Goldman, but there's only so much you can do in a congested area with the ball bouncing around. Oakley with the initial effort. Subat looking to send it home. I think a penalty was a fair call, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it was clipped from behind, so fair call. Will Morris go the same way? Will Andrew Goldman read it?
5 minutes remaining here. Morris again to the penalty spot for the second time in this match. Converted the first. He converts the second. He goes the other way with a powerful shot to the left-hand side. That levels the scores. Charlestown City Blues 3, Weston Workers 3. 5 minutes left here in the Bar TV match of the round.
Exciting game coming up for the next 5 minutes. I'm sure it's going to be end-to-end stuff. The storm about to hit. It's all happening at Wildcar Oval.
Oh, I love it.
Come on, Blue. Come on, Daniel.
I'll tell you what, I might get back home myself and put this game on the big screen, get the popcorn out, watch it all over again.
Come on, Troy.
Long throw in from Oakley. Subat. Weston now the team full of confidence. Nice flick over the top from McDermott. Sparway there. Back to Subat. Cuts inside. Gets it across the 6-yard box. No one quite in there. Cleared away. Only as far as Oakley.
And Gary McDermott both overrun it. Now we've got Goodchild up the left.
Goodchild now. Cuts inside on the edge of 18. Yeah, Turnbull
By Robbie Turnbull.
does well to get back there, but still.
Great play
a
by
corner.
both sides there. Weston half a chance down this end and then a great move by Kane Goodchild. Charlestown have a corner now.
Certainly plenty of big names out there who have been in this position before. Plenty of experience and finals football experience between them. As Bird looks to the back post a bit long.
Yeah, surprising run there by young Daniel though.
I think Weston will be happy with a point if it remains this way, being down by 2 goals. I'm sure they didn't come here for a point.
No, but after early in the second half with that mistake by McDermott, I'm sure they're more than happy to take a point away if it stays the way it is. Charlestown, however, will continue to bomb forward, look for Goodchild and Smith.
They've been a bit quieter there in the second half. Now Weston played here. Oakley goes back again. Dickinson does well. Turnbull. Salini sends it up. Sparrow will have time to bring it down. Just his,
Control it on his chest.
to move into the 43rd minute here. Goodchild flicks it on. Weston throw in. Let's see if we've got enough time. You'll think there might be a minute or two added on as well. Let's see if we can create another chance. Long throw in. Salini does well. Goodchild in possession. Looks up. Yeah, he does well. Plays it out wide to Ross. The rain coming down now at the moment. No options, he comes back to Cox. Hands over possession. Likewise again over the top, Goodchild. Brings the ball down. Will be a Charlestown throw in. Ross goes over to take it.
Got a player down for Weston. I think it's Brock Oakley.
Yeah, the referee just stops
No
play.
substitutions left, so he's either going to have to resume play or leave the field. And it is the latter. He's just grabbing a drink. He has left the field though, I think. Just can't see for the dugouts. Referee keen to keep the game going, which is good to see.
So Weston flick the ball on, 3 headers in a row. Subat beats Salini. Back out left again. End-to-end stuff here. Weston, they need to get possession with this play. Morris comes across in the middle. Just a heavy touch there. Salini again does well. Turnbull also, he's had a fantastic game there defensively in the middle of the park. The ball back inside, looks like good child on it. Back across. 1-2. Just a bit too far. So moving into the final seconds of regular time here at Lowell Car Oval. Certainly lived up to expectations here in our match of the round. 3-all, 6 goals in total. 3 on either side of the half as well. Charlestown now down the right hand side. There's time for one last chance. 1-2 with good child.
5 minutes gone now, Foxy, so it'll just be whatever the referee deems as injury time. Traditionally it's normally about 3 minutes. I don't think in the second half there's been a lot of injuries as Cowburn was down for a period in the first half.
Yeah, time
We'll
added,
have time for one more goal.
time added on here at Lowell Car Oval. Let's hope we see a few more minutes of play. At least another chance as Weston come down the left hand side. Cuts inside. Oh, great defence there.
Great defence.
Weston again though. Heavy touch.
Kept it in with Dermot.
Looks like they've won themselves a corner. I'll tell you what, the last time they had a corner just a few minutes ago, it resulted in a goal. As Morris walks over, he's taking his time. He probably knows that this could be one last chance. All but 2 defenders stay back for Weston. Hall.
Down all in the defensive line by one player,
Yeah, Charlestown bring everyone back.
as you would do.
Morris steps up. Oh, it's floating at the back post. Thornton was trying to bring it back in.
Goal kick.
Goal kick. I think the wind picks up a bit there.
I think the wind picked that up, and Andrew will go along here, I'm sure.
Yeah, get the ball down the other end as quickly as possible. Goldman. You got Smith there, flicks it on. Turnbull though cuts it out, up to Subat. Here come Weston again, Morris down the Sparway. Let's see if he's got the pace to beat Salini. Yeah, just sends the ball out, but again, Weston have an opportunity here from a throw-in.
Really good there.
Turnbull will get the ball, he might hand it off to Oakley here.
So Brock Oakley will try a long throw here, I'd envisage. Probably try and hit Jamie Subat if he can.
Oakley up to Subat.
Well defended.
Headed away by Salini now. Bird at pace down the other end. He's got Smith trying to stay on side. Turnbull again.
Yeah, good defence by Robbie Turnbull.
He's been outstanding in the middle defensively. Yeah, crucial interception there. Charlestown on the right hand side. Looks like good child out there. Cuts inside. This could be one last chance for Charlestown. Still with the ball at his feet. Sends the shot. Great tackle though.
Fantastic play with the ball at his feet, playing good child for a big man.
Certainly a play you would say looks very graceful, dribbling towards the defence. There's now surely there's not much time left. Salini out left to Bird. Look to get the ball in as quickly as possible.
We're coming up to the 48th minute at Foxy, so it might be just this goal kick, and
The goal kick.
that might be all she wrote.
Well, I'm glad the rain held off for as long as it did, but I've still got to walk back to my car.
Yes, you and me both.
So just another results. Broadmeadow Magic now have taken a 3-goal lead over Lake Macquarie, and Lambton 3 lead South Cardiff 2.
Puck goes long. on the ball now.
The referee looks at his watch. I think he wants the game to go for as long as we do, but Charlestown need to have time for one last attack. Plays the ball in the middle, good child. Oh, it's a free kick on the edge of the box. Oh, looks for a quick one. I think he was looking for Bird, but now Weston on the other ends. Oh, it's a crucial header there.
There it is.
And that's it, the full-time whistle in round.
Of football, Foxy.
It's fantastic. The Bar TV match of the round here at Lyle Car Oval between Charlestown and Weston. It's ended 3 goals apiece. This is what football is all about, and a fantastic match of the round. Thanks, guys, for coming along.
No worries at all, Foxy. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great game of football. Charlestown definitely the better side for the first half and early stages of the second, but Weston, once they started to get some passes moving through the midfield and holding onto the ball, they came right back into it. 2 penalties, probably both deserved, 3-all.
Yeah, great game of football here, and as always, log on to Bar TV later on as well to watch the highlights, as well as northernNewSouthWalesFootball.com to find out other results in matches across the NPL. Next week, our Bar TV match of the round is on Monday afternoon at Magic Park as the Broadmeadow Magic face Adamstown Rosebud. Thank you for watching today's match of the round. We hope you enjoyed it. It was a cracker here, 3-all draw between Charlestown and Weston. We'll see you next week.